What's up, everybody? I'm Brew.
And I'm Ray.
And we're Brewing Ray. And today we're back with another episode, One Piece, Season 1, Episode 3. And just kicking it right off again. We end up starting with the end of Episode 2 when Luffy introduces himself to Xaro. I'm Monkey D. Luffy.
Luffy.
I'm gonna be the Pirate King. And I'm gonna be the Pirate King. So, we pick up there. Luffy has the swords. He saves Xaro from the bullets that they was finna get shot with. And he introduces himself to Xaro saying, I'm Luffy. I'm going to be the Pirate King. So, going through this, Captain Morgan and everybody's like, what are you? He's like, and Captain Morgan is telling his crew, like, he had to have eaten one of the rumored devil fruit powers. One of the devil fruits that everybody been talking about.
He explained like the devil fruits. So this is like the first time we get like explanation of like devil fruits. Like they're one of the
like a little more
wonders or mysteries of the sea or anything, and nobody knows anything about. Yeah, nobody knows anything about them.
But there are many types,
right?
And it's just little known about them.
So this is our first vague explanation of devil fruits.
Right. So, well, they gave us a little more detail than Alvida did, because she mentioned devil fruits, but he went into a little more detail about them. Okay. But he was like, he definitely is showing a power of a devil fruit or whatever. So this is everybody's first time really just seeing it in action. And Luffy tells them, I ate the Gumma Gumma Numi fruit. So he's a rubber man, why he can stretch, why bullets don't hurt him, and things of that nature. So he was like, forget it. If bullets don't work, chop them up. And the whole time that Captain Morgan is over there explaining to his crew what a devil fruit is and things like that, Luffy and Kobe is over there still trying to untie the knot. And Luffy's just like,
for some reason, this knot got tighter.
It got tighter. So he tightened it up instead of
loosening it up.
Right. So all the Navy is like barging at him or running towards them with swords, getting ready to kill him and stuff. And Zoro's like, forget it, just hand me a dang on sword. So as they're closing in, it looked like Luffy's still trying to untie the thing. I'm like, nobody's gonna give him a sword.
Maybe Kobe gave him the sword.
He had to, because Luffy's just
still trying to
irresponsible.
Yeah.
So Xaro gets free, and right as the Navy is attacking, they attacking all at once. Xaro stops all of them, because he lets Luffy know that he uses 3 sword styles.
And I was wondering, like, I remember when we watched this for the very first time, I was like, 3 sword styles. I'm like, okay, you got 2 arms. Where are you gonna hold the third one? I was like, I don't think I verbally said this, but in my mind, I was like, well, what if he hold it in his mouth? Because I don't know any other place for you to hold it.
Yeah, and I was like, or it's like some type of beat type thing where he gonna hold it in the little slit of his arm, where his elbow is. So I didn't know what was gonna happen either, but yeah. So he holds 2 in his hand, 1 in his mouth, and he stops all the people all the Navy people that was coming at him with swords, and he tells them, if you move, you're dead. And everybody like, oh, he's so scary. he's so scary. Like now he untied, he got his sword.
Yeah, you got him, Zoro telling you if you move, you die. They crying, and then like in the very next scene, Captain Morgan tell them, execute him. What are you waiting for? So they was like, he's scary. My captain's scary. I don't know what to do.
He's just gonna stand here. He's just gonna stand here. I don't know what's gonna happen, but somebody gonna kill us. Whether it's Zoro or whether it's the captain. Either way we done, I'm just not gonna move. I'm not gonna do nothing. So Zoro at this point is telling Luffy, he laying down the law before look, I promise I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna join you. But if you get in my way of me fulfilling what I want to do, then you better take the responsibility and apologize to me. I'm thinking he gonna be like, you might well get ready to square up.
Throw hands, get ready for me to leave.
You already showed me that you strong against bullets, but I use swords, and they was coming at you with swords. So, I got what I need to take you out. But he's like, just man up and apologize, take responsibility for you making me give up on my dream or what my ambition was, and that's to be the greatest swordsman. And we also seen backstory from Xaro, you know, a little bit of his childhood fighting against this girl, and she's constantly telling Xaro, or the part that he's always remembering is her telling him, "You're still as weak as ever, Xaro." So he's like, I can't afford to die here, right? So now he's loose, he got them, don't move, and he's telling Luffy, look, this is what I'm inspiring to be the greatest swordsman. And Luffy is just smiling like, yeah, okay, I can accept that, because I would accept no less for me being the Pirate King. So that sounds like something that, yeah, I would need, like the greatest swordsman. I'm the Pirate King, so I'm the greatest. You're the greatest. Let's do this. And so they pretty much kind of smile or grin in agreement that, you know, this is really finna happen. So Luffy's like, okay, now we together. We finna fight alongside each other. Duck, girl, because I got you. And he whips his leg and kicks all of them away from around him. And now more people, they like, man, like we can't stand up to them. We can't even handle Xaro by himself. Now we got this guy to contend with too. Captain Morgan like, look, I don't need no weak people around me. So anybody who just spouted some weak nonsense, go and put the bullet to your brain right now.
And what's wrong with you?
I don't know what his deal is, but obviously a fight is about to ensue. So in the meantime, while they sitting up here trying to figure out like who finna shoot themselves, they're like, I ain't shooting myself. I don't care what he talking about. Luffy is now running up on Captain Morgan, punches him right in the axe, which he used to block his punch, and he's like, you low ranking nothing, like you ain't got no
you ain't got nothing. You a scum.
Yeah.
You have no title at all. Because in the previous episode, Captain Morgan said title is everything.
Yeah, titles are everything.
It's like, you ain't even got no title. Why are you coming at me like I'm on the same level as you?
Right. So he takes off his jacket. He's like, I'm Captain Axehand Morgan. He's like, I'm Luffy. Nice to meet you. So and they fight. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a little bit, a little better fight, but it's the first fight. Or the first real fight, I would say. Mm-hmm. But Captain Morgan, he showed some good moves with the actual axe, chopping the ground and splitting it. So that was a pretty powerful move from him. But in the end, Luffy wins with a stomp, and now he's on top of him, and he's grabbing his shirt, like pulling him up and about to hit him. He's like, how dare you destroy Kobe's dream of wanting to join the Navy. And
then Helmeppo decides, I think I'm going to help my dad. And I'm going to hold Kobe as a hostage. And I'm shaking a gun, but I got a gun to his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, strike.
Hey, stop it. I got to make that point. Stop moving, or I'm going to kill him. And Zoro like, hey, you got your boy.
Luffy like,
you stupid son. And Kobe's shaking himself. But Luffy smiles. And I guess they kind of gives Kobe some comfort or whatever. So Kobe straightens up and put his mean mug on and say, Luffy, hey, I'm not going to stand in your way. Do what you got to do. I'm ready. And Luffy's like,
I know. All right.
Yeah, I got you. I already know you ready. So Luffy started walking toward her, and Helmeppo was just like, I'm serious. You keep on moving, I'm going to shoot him. And I'm like, Luffy is moving. You ain't pulled the trigger yet.
Right.
But Luffy's like, just give it up. Kobe's serious. Like, he's really ready to die. So Luffy just stopped and wind up the Gomu no Mi pistol. And Captain Morgan gets back up. He's getting ready to slice Luffy.
And Kobe's like, behind you.
Yeah. Zoro, like, as Luffy's throwing his punch, Zoro come in and slices up Captain Morgan, like, right in the nick of time, because it's like he was just about to touch the tip of his straw hat or whatever. But he got to him in time. He sliced him up, and now Helmeppo gets knocked out.
And we have the great scene between Luffy and Zoro. It's like, nice, Zoro. And Zoro says,
Anytime. Captain.
captain. It's like, okay, so this is
like,
this is established now. Like,
I
yeah.
have a crew. Crew member. That's it. Not a full crew yet. But so now they both knocked out, and Xaro's like, alright, anybody else still trying to catch us? Y'all might as well come on now while we right here. And the Navy people that was under Captain Morgan, they all throw their weapons up and they swords up in the air, and they celebrate. And they like, and they're like, why are they celebrating? Why are they happy that their captain just got defeated? And Kobe says, you know, they all were just scared of him. You know, there wasn't no respect there. It wasn't nothing that you would expect from a captain. It's
just somebody abusing their authority, abusing their title.
Right.
Basically.
Right. So that's over. The Navy is free from his reign. And now we have
Xaro passing out. It's like Kobe's like, oh my gosh, Xaro, are you okay? You hurt? Xaro like, I'm hungry. It's been 3 weeks. I haven't ate and I'm hungry. So now we go back to the bar.
Where it all started. And the lady is feeding Luffy, Xaro, and Kobe for free. And it's still other people in there, but you didn't see them until like the end of the episode. But they in there and they eating and stuff, and Luffy, they asking Luffy, you know, like, okay, where you gonna go now? Well, even before that, Zoro's like, okay, I heard you saying that you're going to be the Pirate King. So with that, you must have a lot of people already gathered up. He's like, so who else is it besides me? He's like, just you. It's just me and you. He's like, me. He's like,
well, you got a ship, a boat. What we sailing off in? Luffy's like, it's over there.
This little dinky little boat sitting out there on the water, barely floating and stuff like that. And Zoro like, did I really just make this guy my captain? Right. Yes, you did.
He's like, yes. One day we're gonna have a ship this big, and Zoro's like, oh.
Cause he ain't got nothing. He don't have nothing to say. We ain't got nothing to say. He just like, whatever. I already made it up in my mind. Let's do it. So they asking Luffy, where y'all going from here? And Luffy's like, it's obvious. Like, we going to the Grand Line. So even before that, we see Nami again. She broke into the Navy place, and I'm thinking because she's a burglar, she's just looking for some valuables. Because the first time we seen her, she was taking treasure from pirates, and she didn't mess with the people that the pirates was getting stuff from, but she took their treasure. So I'm thinking she's just looking for some valuable goods and stuff like that, but she's actually looking for a map
of the Grand Line.
Right. So that was the first time we heard the Grand Line.
Yeah.
So Luffy saying we're headed for the Grand Line, and this when Kobe explains to us that the Grand Line is a terrible place. It's like a pirate graveyard, and even the lady behind the bar or the counter is saying, yeah, I heard that people that go over there usually don't come back alive. Mm-hmm. And Luffy's like, well, you know, hey, the One Piece treasure is over there somewhere, right? So we got to go over there anyway.
If I'm be the king of the pirates,
if I'm gonna be the king of the pirates, I got to go. Yeah, and Luffy's like, no way, like, you're not gonna explain it. And Zoro's like, well, hey, let's do it. He's like, it can't be helped. And Kobe's like, not you too, Zoro. And I like that. Like, Zoro was already like, let's do it. Like, this is my captain. That's what he want to do. That's what we finna do. Even if it's just the two of us, we gonna go over there and we gonna wreck shop. So at this point, while they still talking about what they want to do and things like that, Kobe was trying to say, you know, I don't think y'all should do it. Like, and cause Zoro says, why are you worried about it? You're not going yourself. And he was like, still.
I'm worried about y'all.
Yeah, I'm worried about y'all. Luffy, even though we haven't known each other long, I consider him my friend. And he looks at him for confirmation, like, right? And Luffy like, yeah, we gonna part ways, but yeah, we're still friends. And Kobe, you know, gets happy about that. And he says, like, even when I was little, I've never had any friends.
Never had anybody take up for me.
Yeah, and especially no one to, you know, fight for my sake. Mm-hmm. So that was really important to him, and that's pretty much why he was worried about them going over there and not coming back, especially with just the two of them. He just met him, he became his friend, he took up for him, And
Zoro points out that you might want to like consider your situation, because if the Navy finds out that even though you were a chore boy, you were still part of Alvida's pirate crew
for 2 years.
He said don't underestimate the Navy and them doing a background check. If they find that out, then they're not gonna accept you into the Navy. You might as well kiss that dream goodbye.
Right. Boom. And here comes the Navy walking in. Excuse me. Is it true that you two are pirates, or that y'all are pirates? And Luffy's like, yeah, we pirates.
Just established their crew right now.
Yeah, I just got another person. So yeah, we're pirates. And he's like, well, I thank you for getting rid of the tyrant that was ruling over us. Mm-hmm. But as a Navy officer or a Navy person, we can't let y'all stay knowing that y'all are pirates. So we have to ask y'all to leave.
Yeah, I guess to go.
Yeah, like right now. And Luffy's just like, well, we gotta go. So let's go. And Luffy and Zoro gets up and they walking away. And got this little shadow over their eyes. And Kobe's still standing there. And he's like, wait, ain't you going with them? And he stopped Luffy before he got to the, hey, like, ain't he with y'all too? And Luffy's like, well, I know what he been doing the past few years.
And Kobe's like,
he wouldn't.
He would not do that. I thought we was friends.
You just said I was your friend.
You just said I was your friend. Now
I just did this heartfelt message about you and everything, and now you finna
We
ruin
just
it
discussed
like this?
that if they find out what I've been doing, I won't be able to get in. Are you serious right now?
Right, so Luffy proceeds to tell all that he's been doing, and it roused Kobe up, and he hauls off and hit Luffy. And Luffy's like, now you done it. And he just get just wailing over.
I feel like in his mind, Luffy just meant to two-piece Kobe, right?
Man.
But the two-piece turned into a full meal.
Man.
And Zoro had to pull him like, all right, you're taking it too far.
You went too far,
You're going too far.
He already don't fight. You just... He just going to town on Kobe, man. I was like, dog, Luffy, like, I
and
understand.
The Marine guy's like, stop. It's apparently he's not a part of your crew. It's evidence. You're showing it. He's not part of your crew. Just stop.
Right. So they walk out and they going down to the little ship.
And Kobe realized Kobe's like, dang.
Even to the very end.
Yeah. He got me riled up on purpose so I would hit him. So they would think that we're not together so I can be a part of the Navy.
Right. And that's when Kobe gets up and say, hey, I want to join the Navy. I'm going to be a Navy Marine officer, because one dude tries to step up and be like, nah, I don't trust the kid.
We don't trust him. We have a lot of Marines who end up being pirate spies, and I don't trust them. I think we should do a thorough background check.
Yeah, but the dude like, I ain't worried about none of that. You in. So Zoro and Luffy walking down to their little boat, and Zoro's like, man, now I'm finna live a life of being wanted. Man, this pirate life.
Hashtag pirate life.
Yeah, and Luffy like, yeah, this it. He's like, well, let's get it started. So they on the boat sailing off, and Kobe yells to them, and he salutes them, saying thank you, for all you done. And Zoro's like, man, like, I never heard of a Marine thanking a pirate. That's pretty weird. So they sailing off, and the rest of the Navy people is there, and they all salute too. And the lieutenant says, hey, you have a great friend there. Kobe's tearing up, but he don't cry. He's like, yes sir, I do. And as they going off, the lieutenant says, look, what we just did is a violation of naval law. So, we're going to go 3 days with no food.
Understood?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, well, it's some kind of punishment.
Yeah, and that's how the episode ends.
And we see Zoro and Luffy just sailing off, and we're like, okay, well, what is the next adventure they're gonna have? What is they gonna entail? Because we also see Nami leaving. So from episode 1 to episode 2, wherever Luffy was, we saw Nami. So I can just assume that in the 3rd episode, they're gonna end up in the same island. I mean, the 4th episode. I'm sorry, 4th episode. They're gonna end up on the same island again. It's just who are they going to encounter this time?
Right, and on the map that she found, it was like a pirate. It was like the skull and crossbones, but the little face had a clown nose on it.
And we get the name of Captain Buggy.
Right, and we also see him. He looked like a clown. So I'm pretty sure that's what we
probably
headed to.
Probably we're gonna end up next. So thank you guys for watching this video. Just make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave any comments down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of the episode? And make sure you share the video with friends, family, dogs, pets, anybody.
Anybody who has a YouTube.
Anybody has a YouTube. Share the video.
Or access to YouTube.
Or access. See you guys in the next video.